A great man once said that all of our dreams have a chance of coming true. All we've ever really needed is the courage to pursue them. That was Walt Disney himself back in 1928. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Jonathan Clarke, so proud to bring this YouTube channel to life through the magic of Disney. There you see the Disney princesses, the original Mickey Prince. Thank you guys so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, and I really hope you appreciate and love the new updated set as much as what I have putting it together for you. From the very first moment I showed up here on YouTube and I was telling you guys I was going to talk about Descendants of Zombies, I promised you guys that you would have the time of your life here on this YouTube channel, and together we have experienced every emotion in the book. We've cried together, we've laughed together, we've shared in some of the most unbelievable, breathtaking, and most memorable experiences as fans of this franchise. Because for many of us, we felt like we've been on this unforgettable, breathtaking journey where we discovered the power behind characters such as Mal and Evie and Carlos from back in the day, some 10 years ago, and characters like Red and Chloe and Bridget who we would eventually meet along this journey, along this incredible ride that I know that will always and forever hold a very special place in my heart. The best way I can describe it is like a Phineas and Ferb roller coaster that just keeps going up. Because there's only one way to describe this, and that's a rapid ascension of popularity and perseverance, because this rarity of Descendants of Zombies is truly nothing short of phenomenal. And I had the chance to experience that with all of you. This YouTube channel has pretty much cost everything that I've had. I pretty much put everything that I've had and never believed in behind this YouTube channel. Just to let you guys in a little secret, this YouTube channel has never achieved monetization. It has never received anything back. But the greatest gift and reward that I ever received from doing everything I did for you guys was winning your hearts through how I could tell the stories of Descendants of Zombies. I've never cared if I ever got anything back in return from YouTube's monetization program or the YPP program, because that will come in time. What I've always cared about is all of you, and creating content that would forever resonate with you, that would always be relatable to you guys. And you could count on me for great reviews about Descendants of Zombies, because from the very first moment I showed up here on YouTube, from the very first moment I ever talked with you guys about Descendants of Zombies, I promised you I would upload one video about Descendants of Zombies, always go out of my way, always be there for you, to be your guiding light, to help you make sense of everything going on with Descendants of Zombies. And lo and behold, I was able to do that some way or somehow, through quoting Disney, through quoting your favorite stars, through singing the songs that you guys love so much from Descendants of Zombies. I've done it all. And I've had no regrets, and I haven't looked back since, because it gave me the opportunity to meet so many incredible people who felt inspired, who obviously took something special away from Descendants of Zombies each time and every single time they ever watched it. Over $85 million of a budget was dropped for The Rise of Red, which was the highest gross budget for a Descendants or Zombies movie ever, or a Disney Channel original movie, or movie created for Disney+. That was a huge budget. That was almost too much. But with that $85 million, Descendants became a franchise that would go on to achieve so much rarity and recognition, winning so many awards at children award shows because of how much you guys believed in it. How you held a very special place in your heart for people like Freya Sky, who I love dearly, Kylie Cantrell, who I have forever supported and will continue to support in this very uncertain future for them, because they don't know what lies ahead, what the future has in store for them, but don't we all? I think if we knew what the future had in store, we'd be pretty much scared to death. We wouldn't know what to make of it, what we would do with our time that we've been allocated. I think we would appreciate it more, because the thing about time is time always runs out, and the heart never misses a beat. So because time always runs out and our hearts never miss a beat, and sometimes beat faster than we ever, admit to, I think that the friendships that kind of come into our lives, some of the things that happen for us sometimes can be very unexplainable, sometimes often misunderstood, but the friendships that kind of come into our lives are to be valued and to be appreciated, because you forever have that one friend who never goes away, who always calls you just to check on you, to see what you're up to. I love that about life, how mysterious it can be on times, and how beautiful friendships such as Red and Chloe's kind of just happened in The Rise of Red, even off the camera, with how Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker almost instantly connected. I think that we need to see more of this in franchises yet to come in Disney's future. We never really saw it back during the Disney Renaissance era. We never saw it during the era with Hannah Montana, Selena Gomez. There were so many stars who tried to be the best of friends but never could really hit it off. One of the best examples I could use for you could be Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment, who I felt very passionate about. Emily Osment was one of my favorite Disney Channel girls of all time, for how she always made the most of every opportunity she was ever given. She may have never been out to outshine Miley Cyrus's success, because Miley Cyrus's success was nothing short of unprecedented, but they can never really be the best of friends until people like Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker really hit hit it off because of how they understood each other. And the one thing that I can promise you guys, that if I had the chance to become friends with people like Kylie and Malia, the one thing that I would forever support and always believe in will be their friendships. Because for every single one of us, we have a friendship that means so much to us, that is near and dear to our hearts. And I think that as long as we have a dream, there is always a chance of us pursuing our dreams with the support and love of our family, and obviously our friends who have been with us every step of the way. And if you've watched Descendants once, it's safe to say that you watched it a million times. And if you're somebody who admits that you've watched it a million times, I'm just like you and I'm in the same boat. So if we're going to sink, we're obviously going to go down together in a blaze of glory. And there's no way I'd rather die than be in the love and support of every fan of Descendants of Zombies, honestly. Because there are far too many people out there who have often criticized this franchise without ever giving it much of a chance. And I always wanted to be that one guy who would post relatable content that made everything make sense for you about Descendants of Zombies, because there are so many people who believe this is going to happen, or this may happen, or this has a chance of happening for, say, Victor and Nova and Zombies, or Red and Chloe and Descendants. They've obviously created a new villain that we will find out more about when Descendants 5 Wonderland gets closer, and the release date becomes more apparent. They've obviously got a new sister in the mix, of course, Red, who created a new sister along her time-traveling adventure from the rise of Red. Her name is Pink, played by Leomani Segura, and I'm really excited to meet her, to find out what she's going to offer to this franchise, along with every other character played by people like Keanu Romero, who is really close friends, got a really close relationship with Kylie Control, which again, I appreciate, because Kylie has so much happening for her in 2026. I've heard all the critical reviews about how Kylie reportedly backed out of the Worlds Collide Tour because of what happened with Malia Baker and, of course, Malachi Barton. But, I mean, we were never there, so we shouldn't really draw conclusions as to why she opted out of the Worlds Collide Tour. I think we can find time in appreciating and supporting her, which is what I will continue to do as Descendants 5 Wonderland gets closer, because we have a lot to be excited. But we also have Camp Rock kind of coming into the fold, coming into the mix, writing their own story for the first time in what feels like forever, because the last Camp Rock, I believe, was back in 2010. Because of my vampire memory, I kind of remember that. Hey, Google, when was Camp Rock 2 released?
The release date of Camp Rock 2, the final jam, was September 3rd, 2010.
That was forever ago. I'll never forget it when it came out, because that was showcasing really beautiful talents, really beautiful music. It really fit together. And I remember seeing it for the first time and being blown away. So seeing these new stars of this new generation kind of coming into the mix of things, I look forward to it, and I look forward to saying really nice things about them. So if you are a fan of either Descendants Zombies or even Camp Rock, I would love for you to subscribe here, because we have a long way to go. This story is far from over, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it with all of you, to talk about people like Ruby and Kylie and Malia for the foreseeable future, because they are going to be a part of all of our lives for many years to come. And even if we don't have Descendants of Zombies to talk about, say, I don't know, 15 years from now, we can talk about what's happening for their careers, because they have respective careers and they have received so much rarity because of how much we believed in them. We've gotten them to this point so we can get them a bit further. We can help them achieve their dreams of performing on the stage at Madison Square Garden. We can help them going that much further with their lives and their careers by believing in them, because your guys' love and support is truly undescribable. As often as I've tried to describe your love and support to everybody, I can never seem to do it, because once you win the hearts of every fan of Descendants of Zombies, you've truly got something to be appreciative of in your own life, and to really hold on to and to never let go of. And you guys have allowed me to become a part of this soundtrack, because ever since becoming a part of this soundtrack, I felt very dedicated to this franchise, or franchises. I felt very dedicated to all of you, and I felt like I wanted to give you something special every single time that I ever push record. I may have never known what I was about to say, but I always knew that I wanted to give you something special to believe in, a chance to hold on to hope, because there's hope out there for everybody, no matter what they may be going through. And I always wanted to make believers out of all of you for something special to come in the futures of Descendants of Zombies, and the characters who have been brought to life by so many unbelievable stars who are nothing short of incredible. They are amazing. They are nothing short of incredible and phenomenal. I think those are the best words that can sum it all up for us. And we've really experienced everything from the premieres of all these wonderful music videos, the world tours that people like Freya and Kylie and Malia have been on, the Worlds Collide Tour, the Stars Online World Tour for Freya. Leg 2 is setting up in the summer of 2026, and it's going to right through until the holiday season of 2026 this year. And I'm so excited to see what Freya Sky has happening for her in her future. Also, Kylie Control, she's got a brand new music video on the way out, a brand new album coming from Republic Records, and I think there are far more Kali Control fans out there than have ever admitted to being a Kali Control fan. So we got to get the best out of here, and we got to get the best out of you, because you guys have forever been supportive of them. And I think we as journalists, we as reviewers, call us what you wish, can offer you time in supporting you and really appreciating you, because I think that you are what makes all the magic happen for Descendants of Zombies. You are what puts the magic into Descendants of Zombies, and don't you ever forget it. Because there are far too many people out there that will tell you such things and argue the point of, should they really make as many Descendants of Zombies movies? Should they really be expanding the franchise? Should this really be happening for Freya Sky? Should this really be becoming a Freya Sky's future? Should this really be happening for Kali Control? There are people who will forever argue with you about that. But I've really found time in supporting that, about how they should keep going with the franchise, keep on expanding with so many wonderful, really a universe of characters, because you talk about Rapunzel, you talk about Snow White, you talk about Sleeping Beauty. There are forever so many characters. I've forever been waiting on Ariel's daughter, who could see her introduction into the Zombies franchise, now that mermaids are a part of it. So, you know, I've always wanted these characters to kind of just show up. We don't really need explanations as to why they've shown up, just a story to be given to us. And I think that will give us something to hold on to for just a little while longer. I think that anyone who believes in magic, fairy tales happening for them, forever existing, that's to be encouraged. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I create the magical things that I do. And I've always believed in magic. I've always believed in such things as true love, because why not? You only have one life to live. So should we really be paying attention to these critics buying what they're selling and drinking their proverbial Kool-Aid, as I've often referred to it as? Or should we believe in our hopes and our dreams that we've always had for Descendants of Zombies? Something special happening we've been waiting on forever for, really waiting on a wish to happen. I think if you can encourage that in every video you create as a content creator, then that's really worth living for. And you guys gave me the chance to be a part of something so special. So I just want to take this time to say thank you to everybody for having been with me from the very first video that I ever created. Because from the very first video I ever created, I had the chance to be a part of something so special with all of you. And I want you to know that you will forever and always hold a very special place in my heart for the magic that you have allowed me to create and truly be a part of. Because I remember when these stars such as Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson kind of first introduced themselves to us, we never really knew what to make of them. Some of us never really wanted to give them much of a chance, but once we did, we couldn't help but fall head over heels in love with them. And I will never forget any of you for what you did for me as a content creator on this YouTube channel, because so many of you have chosen this YouTube channel time and time again as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, and I can never seem to say thank you enough. Because of you, this YouTube channel has amassed to over 100,000 plus channel views, has seen nearly 4,000 people subscribe to it because they see the magic in it. They see my dedication to Disney magic, to things such as Descendants of Zombies, because for those of you who have been with me from the very beginning, the story is true, more true than it's ever been, that I have dedicated the rest of my life to talking about Descendants of Zombies and to all of you. Because there's no better way to go out as a legend than by talking about what you love and who you appreciate, who obviously are people like Kali Contrell, Malia Baker. It's forever and always been this way. It's pretty much been all about Descendants Zombies or Die and staying calm and zombieing on into that unforeseeable future for many of us, because the scary thing about the future is we never know what the future has in store. That's really uncertain. But there's nothing in saying that we can't get there together for the love and support that we've always had for our favorite characters, because we've always believed in them. We've obviously taken something special away from them every single time we've ever been a part of whatever they have going on or whatever's happening for them. And I think that 2026 is really setting itself up to be really a huge year. I know we're almost at the halfway point of 2026, and there are people out there saying, what much more can happen? But there really is a lot to happen for us as fans of Descendants of Zombies. There really is so much for us to look forward to, and I'm just so excited to be a part of that with all of you. Because having the chance to be a part of that with all of you allows me the opportunity to go further with this franchise and further than probably any other content creator ever has taken these franchises, to places and beyond, really the universe and beyond, to the galaxy and beyond if you wish. And I love having these conversations. They are conversations that have obviously held a very special place in my heart for a very long time and will continue to for many years to come. Whoever you are, from wherever you hear my voice, thank you so much for having listened to me for all of this time, for always having been with me from the very beginning, and having this YouTube channel hold a very special place in your heart for a very long time. This YouTube channel has gone on to resonate with far more people than I ever imagined possible, and has gone on to touch the hearts of so many incredible people. Guys, thank you so much for always, forever, and always choosing this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel. There are more wonderful conversations where this one came from, and I look forward to sharing them with all of you. Thank you so much for always holding a very special place in your heart for Descendants of Zombies. Thank you so much for always and forever having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel. And thank you so much from my heart to yours for always having chosen this YouTube channel as your favorite. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons as you always do, and continue on showing your love and support for Descendants of Zombies, and forever and always holding a very special place in your hearts for these franchises. Because the way I choose to look at it is, this story is far from over. Why has it ever had to be over? Why does it ever have to be a part of this conversation? Why can't we just keep on going with who and what we believe in? For just a little while longer, I would love to continue to be your voice of Descendants of Zombies, because this is so cool. And it's the most fun that I've ever had in my entire life. Thank you so much for holding a very special place in your hearts for Descendants of Zombies, and thank you so much for always and forever having watched these videos.